penicillin for especially respiratory viruses. Really powerful for flus and colds. Remember the movie Contagion with Jude Law? All right, he ran around with that pandemic going around saying, the answer is...
Honeysuckle?
No, Forsythia. Forsythia's the answer, it's the cure. Then he died. The reason is he didn't have the honeysuckle. If you go to Walmart and you buy Airborne, you throw off every ingredient in it but two. What would they do? Honeysuckle and Forsythia. That's what keeps you from getting the viral and bacterial infections on the plane from the recirculated air. Use the blooms. In traditional Chinese medicine, in the fall they use the leaves and the twigs, the young twigs at the end of it.
In the fall?
In the fall, that's when they use that. The rest of the time, use the flowers. And I prefer the flowers because and I don't know if I brought it or not. I brought some mead, but it may be chaga mead I brought. Honeysuckle makes really beautiful golden yellow mead. It's also a good medicine.
What is mead?
Mead is wine made with honey instead of sugar. I think Vikings did on wine. Use the flowers. See, I've got my herb school. I've got sort of free labor. So I made everybody pick about 15 gallons of honeysuckle blossoms one day, and we boiled them and pressed them, and I made 5 gallons of mead that I'm going to share out with everybody.
Any of the honeysuckles are edible? All of them?
These Japanese honeysuckle, the coral honeysuckles are used somewhat in a similar fashion, but not the same. But you want these like this, and you'll find some of these that'll get a lot of pink in the flower too, but they're still Japanese. They're cultivars is all, but it makes really good mead, but it makes a good respiratory antiviral for flus and colds. Everybody's scared to death. They're talking about what happens if we have to shut school down and all this stuff. And now swine flu is just considered a seasonal flu. More people died of the regular flu that year than died of swine flu. What was the drug of choice treatment? Don't say sweet gum. Tamiflu. Tamiflu is an example of an herbal medicine that they put a pharmaceutical prescription trade name on it and charge you out the wazoo for it. It's made from a plant called star anise, as in the licorice flavored pod that looks like a star with little red seeds in it. And it contains a chemical called shikimic acid, S-H-I-K-I-M-I-C. And 4 provinces in China are the main places grown, and 2 of them got hit by the earthquakes back then. So between that and Merck buying off all the stocks they could, it was running in short supply, and nowadays they're finding that there's some side effects with it and other issues, but it's still the drug of choice treatment for flu. Well, when I was first starting this, I went to Tommy Bass again one year, and I said, Tommy, what in the world do you do for the flu? I've got people I'm working with, and flu's going around like crazy. And he said, why go get, he said, oh no, his words were, why boy, I got used to it back then. He said, go get you some sweet gum bark, make you a tea, and it'll kill it graveyard dead. I said, okay. Went out, did that, and it seemed like it reduced it by about 4 days. Tamiflu is rated at 1.3 days, by the way, which is still a lifetime if you got the flu, but this seemed to work as well or better. Well, about the time the swine flu broke out, some Chinese researchers came up and said, well, this what's been discovered in sweet gum, shikimic acid, and therefore this can be used to treat the flu because of the shikimic acid content. It's about 3.5% by volume of shikimic acid as opposed to 7% for star anise, but 3.5 is above the level that you actually even need. So it's got plenty of it. And the way you use it is in the summertime, you get the green balls, which are now perfect for stepping on at this stage. And the eyes will be closed, full of seeds. In fact, if you were to take the green pods, put them in a regular old brown trash bag, like grocery bag, 3/4 of the way full, dry them, you'll end up with about just under half a gallon of seeds. I mean, you wouldn't think they're so full of seeds, but they are. And in that pod are 2 seeds, fertile and infertile. You don't want to separate them out because they never did. Infertile seeds are the highest, then the fertile seeds, or you can just take the green pods, mash them up, make a tincture where you pour drinking alcohol over them, then the inner bark, then the leaves, in that order of use. If you don't want to go to all that trouble, go get some pine needles. They're high in shikimic acid as well, and vitamin C.
And you're making a tea with that, you said?
You can make teas. See, Tommy never drank in his life. He was a teetotaler. So he did the traditional southern thing of teas. Now, this can be used fine as a tea or as a tincture, which is alcohol-based because it concentrates it, etc., etc. And we'll discuss that later. And you get more of a medicinal effect that I like. I think it works a little faster, but either way.